Hey everybody, it's Jesse Krieger, author of Lifestyle Entrepreneur, founder of Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Academy, and I want to welcome you back to this free video training series on how to become a lifestyle entrepreneur. Remember, this is a way that you can turn your interests and passions into products and services in such a way where you have an online business that you can run from anywhere in the world with little more than a laptop and an internet connection, allowing you to explore these interests and passions in creative and engaging ways, and essentially creating a lifestyle that's supported by a business doing something that you love, providing value to others, and doing it online in a way where you can be essentially anywhere in the world and run your business remotely. Right now we're in Munich, Germany on a vacation, but also visiting clients and a few friends. And so this is sort of an example of my lifestyle entrepreneur business, which is providing free training and advice to other aspiring lifestyle entrepreneurs. So let's jump right back into where we left off here, which was talking about how to turn your interests and passions into products and services. And we looked at the economy that grows up around these interests and passions. So we were using hockey as an example. And what we started to look at was just brainstorming 8 different products and services that are part of the economy which surrounds hockey as the interest that we're working with here for this example. So we had sticks, pucks, gear, such as goalie outfits, books on how to become a better hockey player, training DVDs. And then we also had in the services, training in a live context or doing coaching work, creating a competition or a tournament that others could be a part of, and providing online coaching and bringing in other experts and pro players to give their advice to aspiring hockey players. And then we looked at, well, say you've got this idea now and you want to explore and validate the market and see how many transactions are taking place online in this field of interest. So using hockey sticks as an example, we did a search for a wholesale hockey stick, and we're keeping track of how many advertisers are there that appear in the search results above the organic search results and to the right-hand side. So if there's 3 on top and 8 on the side, we have what's called a full slate, and that means that there's enough, or there's many companies that are willing to pay to appear for every time somebody does a search for wholesale hockey sticks. And that's just one piece of validation that you can then use to know, well, okay, if there's an online economy that's built up around hockey sticks, how can you enter it, add value, do a little bit better than what the other people are providing, and capture enough business to support your lifestyle through the context and through the filter of something that you're personally interested and passionate about. So in this video now, I want to look at how do you further validate this idea, and how do you start to identify who could be your suppliers and how you'd actually put together this online lifestyle entrepreneur business. So for that, I'm going to take a look at the structure at a high level of how a lifestyle entrepreneur business is put together. So here, in the center of it all, you have your website. And there's technologies that power the website, and we're going to talk about those in a second. But looking a little bit further beyond the search results and identifying that there is, in fact, a market opportunity for, let's say, wholesale hockey sticks in this case, well, then we want to know who would our suppliers be. And those people, or those companies rather, are going to feed into or power the website, or be operating behind it, in the sense that your customers on the other side are getting these products directly from them through the filter, which is your website. So customers do a search for, say, wholesale hockey sticks. They see your website in the search results, whether it's on advertising or in the organic search results. They come here and they place an order, and then you have a supplier that will fulfill directly to the customer. And you are essentially on the sidelines making sure everything works correctly. So where do you find these suppliers? Well, it's no secret that by and large, most things today, or not most, but getting close to 30–40% of global production is taking place in Asia, specifically China and very specifically in the South China region of Guangdong, which is right near Hong Kong, and that's sort of the trade corridor where things are made and then shipped out to the world. So you can look at a site like Alibaba, ALIBABA.com, and if you do the same search there and start to pair match and say, okay, if I do wholesale hockey sticks in a search engine and I see these different businesses and sites that are providing wholesale hockey sticks, well then if I go to Alibaba, which is essentially a listing of manufacturers, factories, producers, and you do the same search, and you'll see probably, I'm guessing, over 10,000 manufacturers on Alibaba alone that are producing hockey sticks and can customize them for you and for your clients. So there's one. Another option is HKTDC, which stands for Hong Kong Trade and Development Corporation. So this is actually sponsored by the government of Hong Kong, whose economy is largely comprised of trade. And so there's trade shows for every specific industry, which you are welcome to visit for free as a buyer, or you can also browse their online site at hktdc.com, do those same search for wholesale hockey sticks, and see what comes up. Who could power this business based on your interest in hockey, set up in a way where if a customer places an order, you pass it on and the supplier fulfills it to the customer, which is what this dotted line is here, and it doesn't necessarily have to pass through you as a business. So then what else do you need to put together a lifestyle entrepreneur business like this? Well, you need contractors. And the best place to go to find people to build your website, to do logo and graphic design, to essentially create the online presence and the business identity that you're going to build around your interest in hockey, for this example, is I go to elance.com. And there's many others, freelancerguru.com, and there's probably a few more too. But I use Elance because there are hundreds of thousands of people that are offering their services online that you can contract, hence contractors instead of employees. So you can pay for the work you need when you need it and get bids coming in to help you build, whether it's a logo design or website, doing copywriting to appear on your website, or graphic and image production that you want to use. You've got a wealth of talent available at elance.com, which is an online talent platform. We talk a lot about this in Lifestyle Entrepreneur, and we do step-by-step training on how to get the best deals and how to work with contractors most efficiently in Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Academy. But for now, I'll give you this piece so that you can go and explore and start to see how you could put together an online business supportive of your interests and structured in such a way that you can run from anywhere in the world with little more than a laptop and an internet connection. So now you've got contractors that can build a site, you've got suppliers that can fulfill orders to your customers, and you've got your website, which essentially should be pretty focused on selling your products and services to the customer and providing the information they need to know to make an informed purchasing decision. So for the structure of the website, I'd recommend a large image-based banner and let's say 3 feature areas where you've got what would be the top selling product styles, or the top selling products, or the ones that you want to be featuring most, so that when you come to the site, if you've done a search for wholesale hockey sticks, that it's congruent in the sense that here's our selection of wholesale hockey sticks. So it's talking directly to that customer. If you're going into a space and focusing on wholesale hockey sticks, for example, then you want to be congruent from what they're searching for when they click to your site, what they see on the site, and ultimately what they receive as the customer. And so the other piece of this equation that makes the whole business work is your partners. And these can be what you call, say, a strategic partner, where you'd have another business that's focused in the hockey industry, in this example, that you could cross-promote with, or you could, say, partner with a league that has a bunch of high schools in Canada that have hockey teams, and if you partner with them, well then you could essentially have the supplier relationship for all of their hockey sticks branded with their different team names and fulfilled directly to them. So in a sense, that would be like a customer, but the customer might be the actual high school themselves, whereas the partner would be a league or an organization that oversees and intermediates the sport of hockey. And so here you see the structure of who's on the back end side of the equation. Over here, your suppliers, your contractors, the people that are building the website itself. And then who's over here on the customer-facing side on the front end, what customers see when they come to the website, how you're talking to partners and working with them in a back and forth manner where you're benefiting each other and ideally bringing in lots of potential business with the same effort that it would take to sell to individual customers or clients. And so I hope this is useful to understand how a lifestyle entrepreneur business is structured and some of the players, some of the websites, some of the service providers that help make this happen. So in the next video, we're going to go over the technologies that support a website and talk about what I call the 21st century internet economy. And I'm so excited to share this with you because so many services exist now that really weren't even available 10 years ago. You know, when I think back to growing up playing guitar and using that 2600 kilobit per second dial-up modem, looking for the songs that I wanted to learn online and just finding finally what I wanted after a page took 30 seconds to load, hitting download, and then hoping that nobody called in the middle of the night to disconnect the phone line when I'm downloading this music. Well, fast forward 15 years and today you've got an entire economy that exists online that can do everything from web design, graphic production, to producing and fulfilling orders in wholesale quantities to and from customers and producers anywhere in the world. And that's exciting because it has the foundation has now been laid for you to build any number of businesses that exist online and amplify your own interests and passions in a way where you can support your lifestyle and really blend that sort of what you call a work-life balance. Well, this should be something that's fun and engaging and doesn't feel like work at all, and in fact supports a lifestyle that has nothing to do with work. And that's part of what lifestyle entrepreneurship is all about. So in the next video, we'll share with you some of the technologies that power websites today and talk a little bit more about this 21st century internet economy. So I hope this serves you, and as always, go out and learn what you need to know to do what you love to do so you can be that person you want to be today. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.